Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. We are continuing on exactly from where we left off. We currently have 4 jobs in the garage. This one here is an experience order. It's what we're going to be working on in this episode. This one here, and this one down the back here are money bonus orders. We picked them up because they seem to be relatively quick and easy jobs, and said why not pick them up. But now we're going to check the phone and we're going to see if there's any experience jobs available, which there doesn't seem to be. No, not even one. How about that? Right, let's take a gander at this bad boy and see what it needs. Spray the car factory color, fix body parts. Alright, okay. So let's get our pen and paper. And first on the list is a hood. Then we need a front left fender. And we need a front right fender. Front right fender. Then we need a front bumper. Front bumper B. Need to make a note of that. Then we need a right headlight C. Right head light C. Left tail light C. Left tail light C. Then it's a front window. Front window. And a left side mirror. Left side mirror. Right, and the car, change color. The car is a Salem Flamo, is that right? Flamo 6B. Okay, so let's pull off the parts first. Front left fender, front right fender. Front bumper, right headlight C, right headlight, that must be it, left tail light C, left tail light C, then front window and left side mirror, front window and left side mirror. So let's see what we can recondition, if anything. Sweet, there are a couple of parts that we can recondition. Wunderbar. Right, let's get these parts back on. So the left side mirror I know was one of them. The fenders were another. The hood was another. The other fender. I think the bumper was included in that. And so it's just the headlight, the front window and the taillight I think is all that we have to replace. So we're going to go into the body shop section. And we're going to do a search for a Salem Flamo. If I was typing in the box, it would help. Not doing it again. There we go. Salem Flamo 6B. 6B. Nothing. Alright, how about Salem Flamo? Haha. I wonder, is it the other shop? Body tune, is that it? Yeah, body tuning shop. Salem Flamo 6B. Alright, so we'll take out the 6B. Here we go. So it was a right headlight C, which is this one. And a left taillight C. Wasn't it? Left taillight C. Left taillight C. And then we're going to go back into the other section and we need a front window. Trunk window. Front window. There we go. And we'll just go back into parts because that's where we're most likely going to end up after this. So headlight. There we go. Window. There we go. And left taillight. I thought I picked up the taillight. that pick up the taillight? Did I pick up the wrong one? I must have picked up the wrong one. Okay. So let's go back into... I picked up the right headlight, or right taillight instead of the left taillight. Damn it. There we go. Right. So that should be the body work done. Yes. So now we can move it into the paint shop. Excuse me. And we're going to respray factory color. And it's not a very nice color, but hey, the customer's always right, except this dipstick. So we'll move it back to lifter 8, and that should be this job done, which we were able to do in about 6 minutes, which is great. So let's see, all done there, all done there. We spent 2,300 on parts, and we're getting 5.5 grand back in payout. Car is incomplete, front license plate. Every freaking time there's always something. Right, there we go. Now we should be able to finish it. Yay! Okay, let's take a gander at this one. Transmission noisy, brake system needs fixing. Let's move it to the test path. While we're doing that, we're going to move these cars over one, and this one in here to lifter C, and we're going to quickly check the phone to see if there's any experience orders available, because they're the ones that we really want. We really want experience orders. And damn it, there's none. Right, okay. Let's move on to the test path. And what I'm expecting here is brakes, not so much the suspension. I would imagine it's mostly going to be on the brakes. So, front brakes, both left and right, are below average. Rear brakes on the left are about average. Rear brakes on the right are really bad though. Very bad condition. We're on to the front suspension now, and both front, left and right is above average condition, which is kind of what I was expecting. And I'm expecting the same for the rear suspension, and it looks like it is that indeed. Okay, so we have identified a few items there. So let's move this car into lifter A. And we'll get her up on the first stage of the lift. Then we'll pop the hood, and we're going to take a look at the ABS pump and module, just in case. Oh, engine's in the back. Right. Well, here, let's see what we have. We've identified nearly everything. Right. I'm thinking ABS pumper module needs work. Aha, look at that. The module, sure enough, it does. See, this is why we do these things. And we can put a new one in, because I know we have some. Not many, though, mind you. Right. Let's put the cover back on. And we'll close the trunk. If I went back to there. There we go. And now we'll lift her up. And we're going to start at the front first. Sure enough, there is stuff to do on this wheel. We'll take the wheel off. Holy Hannah. Right. This shouldn't take too long. I would imagine this is going to be done fairly quickly. And I would imagine we have most of this stuff in stores as well. So second-hand pads can go back on it. And a new or reconditioned caliper can go back. And the wheel can go back on. And now we'll move over to the other side. We'll take off the wheel. Ooh, right. Now, what are the pads like? Pads need replacing. Brake disc ventilator needs replacing. Right, we're going to go into the shop. We're going to buy some brake discs, ventilators. There we go. So let's buy like 9 of them, because that's something that we use fairly often. So good to have quite a number in stores. Brake pads, new brake pads. Recondition caliper, because we'll be able to recondition the old one. And the wheel can go back on. Alright, now we're moving down the back. So we'll get this wheel off. And it looks like the caliper is the only thing that needs replacing. Yeah, I'm going to say those brake pads are fine. So let's just put a reconditioned caliper in. And the wheel back on. What's the bets now that I've done that? That we'll have to replace the pads. Because I screwed up. Alright, wheel, off you come. Alright, so we definitely need a reconditioned caliper. Brake pads need replacing. Brake disc, let's see if we have any of those. We do indeed, not many. New brake pads. Reconditioned caliper. And then the wheel can go back. And then we'll check to see if there's anything left over. So all done there. Transmission is noisy. Right, that's most likely going to be clutch plate, pressure plate, that stuff. Crap, I am going to have to take the wheels off, won't I, to get at the freaking gearbox. Ugh. Alright, starter, you're coming out. What's the bets I'll forget to remove that starter. Alright, so wheels are coming off again so that we can get at the drive axles. Not the end of the world. This, you know, it's only going to prolong things by a minute or two, that's all. Right. Gearbox can come off. So, sure enough, release bearing, pressure plate, clutch plate, and I'm guessing the flywheel need replacing. Yeah, flywheel is in bad condition. And we have plenty of parts in stores, it looks like. And finally the release bearing. And then, do you know what, let's see if we can recondition that gearbox. We can recondition a lot of bits, which is good. Okay, back in here we go. Gearbox recondition goes back. Drive axle goes back. Wheel goes back. Now we move on to the other side. We'll get the drive axle put back in here. Then the wheel. Lovely. Now that should be, and sure enough, it is everything. So let's drop the car down. All the way. And, haha, I nearly forgot about the starter. Just remembered it. Too bad I had the car down already, but at least I remembered it before we got that far. Farnsworth, I know you're watching, and you're probably wetting yourself laughing. Alright, this really should be it this time. So we spent nearly $2,000 on parts and we're getting 4,700 back in payout. Wunderbar! Right, let's move this car into lifter A. We'll move this one into lifter B. And we're going to check the phone to see if there are any experience orders. We'll hang on to that money one just for a minute. No experience, so we'll take that money bonus one. And let's take a gander at this bad boy. Brake problems. Okay, so test path for this one. and we'll see if we can identify those brake problems. So first up, as always, is the front brakes, and wow, right, both left and right are in really bad condition, like very poor and terrible. We're moving on to the rear brakes now. Rear right is really poor condition, and rear right is not much better. Rear left is in poor condition. Suspension up the front is below average suspension, but it's not at the point where we actually need to probably work on anything. Rear is below average as well, roughly. Okay, this job shouldn't take us too long, which is why I took it on, because there isn't a lot to it, which is great. Nice quick orders like that is very handy XP. So we're gonna look here. Brakes, servos. There's no ABS. Okay, let's see what we can highlight. Now, what would those two items be? Can I inspect that brakes, or it's already tested? Right. Okay. Up she goes. And we'll take the wheel off first. Look at this. Caliper, recondition one, brake pads, and brake disc ventilators. Okay, so we have this stuff in stores. We mightn't have pads. Oh no, we do have pads. And we're running low on calipers now as well. I wonder... bearing is fine. Okay. So that can go back on, and the wheel can go back on. And now we'll move over to the other side and take the wheel off. And it looks like a similar situation over here. What are the pads like? Pads need replacing as well. And a reconditioned caliper. We'll quickly have a look at the bearing in here. Bearing is fine. So wheel hub cap can go back on. And then the wheel can go back on. Now we'll move down the back. And we'll see what we can find down here. Now look at this. I would say that cylinder is fine. Brake drum. Yep, new brake drum needed, so we'll put that on. Wheel can go back. And now let's move over to the other side and see how this one works. Alright, brake drum is average. Shoes are in dire. Cylinder. Yep, needs replacing as well. Okay, let's put all new stuff in here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Brake drum is not going to be a new one. It's going to be the second-hand one that came off it. There we go. Let's have a look at our list. Oh wow, we are fine. We actually have found everything, which is great. That's fantastic. So wheel can go back on now, and that's it. Yay! Wait, controls are over here, so we'll drop her down. And we'll lower the hood, and we spent $431 on parts, and we're getting $751 back in payout. Wunderbar! Alright, let's move this one into lifter A. Move this one into lifter B. And we're going to check the phone to see if there are any more experience orders, which there aren't. Wow. Right. Yeah, that's as good a place as any to wrap up this episode. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. It means an awful lot to me, and it makes a huge difference, so every like counts. My name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, take care.